One, I have my boy Dominic. Say hello. So we're going to be doing a combined what if. Never done one of these before. We haven't planned this out. Don't worry, this is not going to be as good as other YouTubers' what ifs. And we're going to be doing what if Naruto had the jougan. Let me talk to you about what the jougan is. It's Boruto's Byakugan what if thingy, whatever it's called. And basically, if you saw episode like 150 to like 140, 150 to like 160, Boruto could literally see Urashiki coming for a kick. He could literally see like him warping. So that's basically it. And let's add a few more abilities to the jougan, so it's not just seeing people disappear. So what would you like to add to this? How about a Kekkei Genkai Jutsu? Let's add like that kind of a jutsu. Maybe. I think we should maybe like. The only way I could see this working is if Minato was a Hyuga. That's the only way I could see this happening. If Minato was a Hyuga.
I know it's a good app you should get.
What is it?
I really like this game. Naruto Tribes.
That seems good. Alright, let's get started with the what if. Me and Dominic will be taking turns for the what if. I will be doing the first part up to the Chunin exams to the beginning of the Chunin exams. Dominic will name up to the Chunin exams to the end of Naruto. Then I will.
Isaiah's starting a party.
There's no point. We're doing a what if right now. He can wait.
Yeah.
So.
Should I add him to this party?
No, he might not know what.
I think I know why he wants to join. It's because I sent him the video.
Oh yeah, true. Whatever. So let's just get started. So Minato being a Hyuga would actually change a lot, because Minato can shut down the Nine-Tails chakra points if you realize it. He can just shut it down. And also, did no one realize how Minato could have had the Ten Seigan? But he actually kind of can't because he needs to replace his eyes, and I don't think Minato has the guts to do that.
It would be awkward, because then after that, then Naruto and Hinata couldn't like each other because they would be family members.
Technically,
I'd change Boruto, because then Boruto would never be born.
No, Boruto, oh no, yeah, true.
Yama would have never been born.
Himawari would have never been born, so that's why we're gonna give a different shipping. We might give Naruto Sakura. Nah, uselessness is too bad. Alright, we might give like Naru Ino or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say like
Ino's much better than Sakura, because even though Ino was still kind of a jerk to Naruto, she's not that bad. It's like Ino never sent Naruto flying. We can say that much. Ino never sent Naruto flying. Unlike Sakura.
You know what makes no sense?
What?
Sakura, like, she almost kills Naruto when she punches him. But in battle, she's literally just useless.
Exactly. Probably because she's too.
She could almost kill the Nine-Tails with a punch, but she can't.
She can kill a giant scorpion, yet she can't do anything about it. Then she can kill a giant scorpion, but can't do anything about two measly clown ninja.
Oh, Christian, I'm going again.
Yeah, let's go to a game, and then we're gonna start talking about this what if. I'll start talking about it.
Wait, come to my character. Look what I got. I finally got it.
What is it? Did you get the double? Hey! Alright, let's get started. So, basically, everything would go different. So, when, Naruto would be entrusted into the Hyuga family, because Minato was probably one of the strongest Hyugas. When Naruto was going in for, training, for, like, Hyuga training, they'd say, activate your Byakugans. When Naruto would activate his, it wouldn't be the Byakugan. He's like, what is this? He sees it and he's like, what the? He's like, this isn't a Byakugan. And he says, was Minato a fake? He said, then they say, we have to give Naruto a blood test. He might not be actually a Hyuga. He might be a false Hyuga. He's like, what the? And Hinata, spying on Naruto. No one knows why. Oh yeah, Naruto would actually have the full Nine-Tails since Minato has much. Minato would easily beat Toby so easily. He's got Byakugan, Sage Mode, Flying Raijin. He's got so much stuff that he could use against Toby. Obito, actually. So, let's just get started. So, after giving Naruto a blood test, they do realize that Naruto is a Hyuga. He's 50% Hyuga, 50% Uzumaki, and they're like, could this be part of the Uzumaki blood? Could it be like a brand new dojutsu? They start studying Naruto's eye for a while. They're like, what could this be? After a while, they give it a new name. They call it the Jougan. Okay, I can't say the name. I don't know what it is. The Jougan. They're like, we'll call it the Jougan. That sounds good. Oh, speaking of Jougan, Boruto's right there. So he's like, whatever, I don't even care anymore. Naruto's like, I'm not even... He's like, why? He says... So basically, Hinata would be like, oh, Naruto. Except in a much more deeper voice. Hinata's not gonna be like her crappy reverse world self that we all hate because she's identical to Sakura, because she punches Sasuke in that timeline. Which we all know is annoying, even though Sasuke is pretty much a simp. Hold on. Wait, Dominic? Where'd he go? Oh! Sorry, I was on game chat. I was on game chat. So, let's get started. So...
I was watching the stream to hear you.
Alright, good.
I went on the stream a little late.
So, after Naruto unlocking the Jougan, this would be pretty good for Naruto. Naruto is trained intensely more than he usually would be. One, to control the Nine Tails, and to find out what this to see the abilities of this dojutsu. Naruto would know the palm rotation technique. He'd know the palm rotation technique, the 8 trigram 64 palms. He might learn the 128 palms, probably not. He wouldn't learn that. He's too inexperienced for the 128 palms. And also, Naruto's elements would be lightning, wind, and water. Water because of Kushina, she has the water element. Lightning because of Minato. And wind because it's Naruto's main element.
Wait, Kushina, what if Naruto never learned how to use the Rasengan?
Alright, well that couldn't happen because that just means Naruto couldn't find Jiraiya. So let's just...
Wait, what if Jiraiya died before he could beat Naruto?
I still don't know how that would happen. Alright, let's get back to the what if talking about. What? Can we just get back on what if topic?
Okay, yeah.
So basically, Naruto would head to the academy at 4 years old, being really strong. He wouldn't be in first place. I'd say he'd be about 7th. He'd be like 2nd in the academy, right behind Sasuke. No, but Naruto every single day would be getting better and better and better until he finally surpasses Sasuke and gets the #1 rank in the class. Now, we got a problemo in his house. We got a problem. If Naruto's the #1 student in the class, Team 7 would not be formed. Because, remember, Naruto, it was ranked off of things. Naruto was on Team 7 because he was the lowest in the class. Sasuke was on the highest, and Sakura was just there because, well, they needed a girl, they needed an anime girl that can just punch the main character every 10 seconds.
Can I ask you a question real quick?
Yes.
About my bow. You know how, like, when you use Shisui's things and it says launch jutsu, what does it even do?
I think it just blinds. I don't know what that does. But let's get back. So basically, I'm pretty sure, I don't want to screw up the timeline too much, so, yeah, I don't want to. It's kind of boring to screw up the timeline, so we're going to give Naruto on Team 7. Naruto will stay on Team 7 for life! I still wanted, so Hinata couldn't have. So we're not gonna talk about that. We're not gonna talk about how Naruto's not on Team 7 and all that crap. But Naruto. So when Iruka Sensei does the sparring matches, this would be way different. Naruto would destroy Sasuke. Sasuke, he doesn't even have the Sharingan yet. He doesn't have the Sharingan yet because Itachi never slaughtered the clan yet. He hasn't slaughtered the clan yet. So, when Naruto would fight Sasuke, he would immediately activate the Jougan and start using a lightning stream. But I realized that Naruto can't do that because this was a taijutsu battle, not a ninjutsu battle. Yeah?
That ask you something that you should do?
Yes.
You should make like a video and like make it like a what if like Sasuke got his Mangekyo Sharingan when his whole village was slaughtered.
Yeah, that can't happen. He has to have his full. He has to have his full Sharingan.
Have the 3 Sharingans. Yeah, that's true.
He had to have the 3 to. Alright, what if what if Sasuke unlocked the Mangekyo Sharingan after killing Naruto? What if Sasuke killed Naruto during the final Valley fight? What if Oh no, that's actually a terrible idea.
Wait.
Naruto.
What if Madara killed Hashirama?
That's not possible. Hashirama was way too powerful for Madara. Unless some cheeky thing like Black Zetsu or something comes and just stabs Hashirama from behind, I don't see that happening. Alright, my controller's gonna die soon, so let's just... Yeah, it just died. So let's get back to talking about the what if. Naruto would start clashing with Sasuke. He'd activate the Jougan. Sasuke would disappear from Naruto's vision and go for a kick. Naruto would instantly see this and literally bend back all the way so where his hands can touch the ground from the back of him. And then he kicks Sasuke in the face, sending him flying back. And then Sasuke would land on the ground, and Iruka-sensei would say, do the unison sign. Everyone will be staring at every girl in the class, because, except for Hinata, because Hinata ain't a Sasuke simp, would all be angry at him. And Naruto's like, what did I did? And he's like, they're like, you beat Sasuke. And he's like, so? That just means he's trash. He's like, how dare you speak to Sasuke like that? And he's like, whatever, y'all stupid. I can 1v1 you all. So, people start rushing at Naruto. Well, every girl in the class starts rushing at Naruto to punch him. Because, he beat Sasuke. And, that's like a rule in the class. Like, you don't beat Sasuke. Apparently to them, you don't beat Sasuke. You beat Sasuke, you get beat yourself. Yeah.
What if, Jump Zone, what if they saw this and they, made these things like an actual alternate, show of Naruto?
I think that'd take way too long, and also the English voice actors would never do that. But whatever, let's just get back into the what if. So, Naruto would so everyone would try and rush at him, and Naruto would be like, you don't want the smoke. He would jump up actually no, he wouldn't jump. Everyone would rush at him and he says, come on, I dare you. He activates the Jougan and says, rotation, spinning around, blocking it. Blocking everyone's attack with the 8 trigrams palm rotation. Sending everyone back, saying, what did I do wrong? I did nothing. You're all just idiots. You're just Sasuke simps. He says, I don't know, maybe I should do this, he says, wind style, whirlwind, and slams his fist, backhands his hand, with a slice of air coming at them, all sending them flying back. Iruka yelling at Naruto saying, Naruto, how dare you attack your class? And then when he's about to say that, Naruto would appear right in front of him, putting a lightning palm right to his face, saying, Sensei.
I have to go to Sasuke because I got
He says, Sensei, what did I do wrong? They all attacked me because I beat Sasuke. Is that a problem? Charging up even more lightning in his fist, saying, no, Naruto. And he says, I thought so. Sakura would yell, come on, Sensei, you're really just gonna let this freak talk to you like that? Naruto says, freak? Freak! Naruto would appear right next to Sakura and say, 8 trigrams, 64 palms! Okay, yeah, that would never happen. Naruto would never do that. When she calls him a freak, Hinata would snap. Hinata would snap and say, shut up, Sakura, you useless piece of crap. And everyone's like, oh! Sakura with anger on her face tries to punch Hinata in the face. Naruto would appear right up front and block it and say, don't touch her. She's part of the main branch family of the Hyuga. You wouldn't want that to happen, would you? Grabs Sakura's fist and lifts her up in the air with her own fist and slams her down on the ground, saying, you ever talk to Hinata like that again, and I'll make sure that I will stop your own heart from beating. With Sakura with fear on her face, never messes with Naruto again, or Hinata. Ino's like, wow, he's brave for him. You know what, maybe he's not that bad after all. He's kinda nice, and I already got rejected by Sasuke, so screw Sasuke. Ino just yells out, screw Sasuke! Naruto's like, huh? And Hinata's like, huh? Everyone's like, what? She's like, screw Sasuke! He rejected me, why should I like him? He doesn't even care for any of you. All he cares about is a little revenge plan. He goes, what? Sasuke would rush at Ino saying, shut your mouth, you know nothing! Naruto would have to defend another person going in front saying, rotation! Yeah, sure. He'd say, rotation! Blocking all of Sasuke's hits saying, stop! You want to attack people? I'll show you how to attack someone. And rushes towards him with full speed with the jougan activated. Sasuke would go for a punch, Naruto would dodge right under it and punch Sasuke right in the gut. Then would and then would tap Sasuke on the back, closing down one of his chakra points and then kicking him up in the air saying, that's what you get. Never, ever attack anyone ever again. You hear me? Standing above Sasuke. Naruto would say, pulling out doing two lightning palms. Then Naruto would kick Sasuke over to Iruka Sensei and tell everyone, you all like this guy? Really? The guy who almost just attacked one of your friends? Just because he said something? Just because I said something that I might not have known? Maybe. And also, you, Sakura, he hates you. Why do you like him so much? Honestly. Hinata and agree right away and start saying, and they all start telling off the class saying, why do you like Sasuke so much? He does nothing. He basically hates you all. He would use you guys as stepping stools to get stronger. They'd say, everyone would stop hanging out with Sasuke and just leaving him alone after what they just heard. So, 5 years later, they would reach the graduation exam. Naruto would pass with flying colors, but then after that, Mizuki would trick him into getting the Scroll of Sealing. Naruto would learn the Shadow Clone Jutsu and say, Kagebushi! And start creating shadow clones, practicing. He sees another jutsu called the Lightning Blade. He's like, what is this jutsu? He tries to do it, but it just ain't working. And people are like, how is the Lightning Blade in there? Because it was technically dangerous because it creates a tunnel vision. So that's pretty dangerous. And then it also says, only users of Byakugan and Sharingan can learn this. Naruto says, aw, I can't learn it. I don't have the Byakugan or the Sharingan. He says, ooh, why don't I develop my own way? Naruto would start doing the hand signs for the lightning blade and do it, but it changes color. It just turns purple. He's like, what the? Iruka would arrive straight away and he'd say, Naruto, what are you doing? He says, I learned 2 new jutsu, sensei. He says, what? You have? He says, I developed one of them. He says, you did? What is it called? He says, I call it Purple Lightning. He shows it off to Iruka, and out of nowhere they start hearing clapping, and it's Mizuki saying, aw, a fox and his teacher. Naruto says, fox? Then Mizuki would tell him the truth, and Naruto would say, no, 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 creating 300 shadow clones that all would rush him with Shiden, killing Mizuki this time. He would actually kill Mizuki because, well, Shiden would obviously kill him. Naruto would say, did I just kill someone? He says, Iruka-sensei, am I a freak? Am I a monster? He says, no, Naruto, you just saved the village. He says, aren't I the one who technically endangered everyone? He says, yes, but you were tricked. Naruto would head back to the Hyuga house, and he would be yelled at by tons of Hyugas, saying, you should be ashamed of stealing the Scroll of Sealing. He says, well, I was tricked into it. Trying to argue back. And then he finally says, okay, whatever then, I don't care anymore, because I found out 2 more things. I found out a brand new thing that you all hid from me. They say, what have we hid from you? He says, I have the nine-tailed fox inside of me. They say, who told you that? We'll kill whoever said that. That's an A-rank secret. He says, Mizuki, and I killed him. He says, You killed him? Hinata, hearing those words, says, he killed someone. He actually killed someone. He says, what happened to the Naruto I knew? He would never kill. He would just defend. Naruto says, Hinata, I hear you. Come on out. She says, oh, sorry. He says, it's fine. Just don't do that. It's not nice to tell people that. She goes, tons of Hyuga members start ganging up on Naruto saying, you shouldn't say that to Lady Hinata. She is royal, you stupid fox. They start to tell him he's a fox now, some of them. One Hyuga tries to punch him in the face, which Hiyashi walks in there and blocks the hit and breaks that Hyuga's arms. Then Naruto would shut down their chakra point, saying, I don't think you want to mess with me. He says, whatever, you just have Lord Hiyashi's help. That's the reason why you did this. Naruto says, shut up. Moving on to the Naruto would just be assigned to Team 7, everything going normal. After a while, everything would go completely normal for the rest of the timeline. Naruto just bodying every single fight until we have reached the tuning exams. Dominic, take over.
Okay, so after
It's fine, just keep on going.
okay, so what happened? You ended it off at the tuning exams, right?
Well, the tuning exams are just starting.
Yeah. And at the tuning exam, Naruto faces Hinata.
Wait, what about the written exam and like the other, you can't do it, you don't want to do it?
Yeah, I'm not the best.
Alright, I'll do it.
Should have gone over this before we started.
Yeah, I told you that. Alright, let me start it.
Yeah,
So, during the written exam, Naruto would figure out that his jougan can see through walls. He's like, what the? I can see through walls. Awesome! So Naruto would easily pass the exam with the speed of the 4th Hokage. Because with Hiyashi actually helping him, teaching him the way of the shinobi, since he's a Hyuga prodigy. So I forgot to name the team. It's Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura. Naruto absolutely hates his team because he's stuck with the person who is a jerk to him, who still hates him, and the guy that he beat up. Naruto hates his team. He still hates it to this day, but they start to get along. During the Forest of Death, everything would go normal, except that Orochimaru couldn't attack, because Naruto could literally just shut down the chakra points in his throat and just stop Orochimaru. Moving on to the fighting. So, the first match would be Naruto versus... It is instantly, I hate to do this, but it's instantly Naruto versus Sasuke. Everyone says, Hyuga versus Uchiha, who's gonna win? Most of the people just say, obviously it's the Uchiha who's gonna win. He's much better than that weak fox Hyuga. Naruto would say, oh, y'all think, oh yeah, this is the final exam? Just saying. I just skipped it. So he'd say, well, looks like I win. So basically he says, I'm gonna destroy you, loser. Naruto says, in your dreams. Yeah, you did. Naruto says, in your dreams. And when the match starts, Naruto would randomly pull out a kunai and disappear, saying, Shiden kunai! And he ram and about to clash it with Sasuke's kunai, which breaks his kunai. Then Naruto would say again, Shiden, punching Sasuke in the face with it, electrocuting him, saying, Then he would say, water style! He'd say, Ushi o ne saru tobi ino saru oma shi so sa.
Wait, Chris, you want me to play the thing real quick?
Please do.
Wait.
Want me to just play it? Naruto would be doing that. And say, water style, water dragon jutsu! Everyone's like, what the heck? A giant dragon. Naruto's like, shoot, I don't know how to aim this, and it breaks right through the stands, injuring so many people. It just busts. It's like, it just, the proctors are like, Naruto. He's like, no. Naruto would say, water style, Great Basin, and use it on Neji, shrouding Neji in water. And then he'd say, lethal. Naruto would create 2 shadow clones and say, lethal Naruto stream, with his wind gale palm sprouting him forward, and Naruto would say, lethal Shiden Naruto stream.
In my game, something just happened to the game. It says that we're no longer on a team.
For me, it says we're still on a team.
Yeah. It shows that we're still on a team.
It says, he says, Shiden! Cutting right through Neji, saying, I'm the superior Hyuga! Then backhands Neji in the face, sending Neji into a wall. And then he says, alright. He says, Uchi o ne saru. Alright, he says, Uchi o ne saru tori saru ne ichi achi. So, then he says, water dragon! Another water dragon would appear, biting Neji's leg. He'd be like, ah! He'd be like, Asema! No, I'm kidding, that's Shikamaru. He'd say, ah! Naruto would say, water style! Severing! And then he'd say, shadow! Creating 2 more, and they all put their chakra into Naruto, giving him more, and he says, giant! Severing wave! A giant one, big as a stadium, cuts right through the earth, cutting right through the rock, hitting Neji with full force, breaking one of Neji's ribs. He goes, whoa! Neji stands up again and says, I will not lose to you! Naruto would say, oh really? Naruto would jump super high up in the sky, super high up with the Nine-Tails chakra enhanced, jump into the sky, Then he'd say, lethal, he says, ultimate, lethal, Naruto! Turns Shiden on the kunai and says, doing them Wind-Gale palms at full power with maximum capacity with the chakra, says, stop him! Cutting right through. Stabbing Neji right in the arm. He goes, defeating Neji right there and then. And that is it for part 1. What if Naruto had the jougan?